What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Tvshka. We are back in the building. Oh my god, man! Good week of football. Good week of fantasy points. And just like the title indicates, everybody, it was a freaking circus. Thought about even doing like a flip montage because it seemed like everybody's doing flip celebrations in the end zone. Looking at Scataboo, right, and the Johnson brothers as well. But yeah, man, it was a good weekend. How did all 3,425 of your teams do?
Pretty well. As our dynasty team, Bijan almost brought us back, guys. We lost by decimals because Rome Dunze decided to catch a ball. He might still be catching more. I'm hoping at this point that Rome just goes off for another 2 scores to make us feel not as bad about losing, but it happens. That's fantasy. That's why you play it. And this is kind of like having like a couple good shots on a really bad 9 holes. It keeps you still coming back being like, oh, but we can do that. I know I can. So that's where it is. Instead of just like, screw it, I'm done. It keeps you coming back. But I did well this week, but my team got hurt. And that's where the circus of it all comes in and this is why we do the show. So you can figure, here's a pivot, here's what to do. Or if it's not bad, you might just need to sweat it out because we don't plan on winning every game, even though we want to. But typically, no one's the 72 Dolphins unless you're the only person that knows what's going on in your league.
Yeah, no, not at all. And for our matchup, I Bijan did what he could, getting 32.8 fantasy points on the night. I blame Breece Hall and Cortland Sutton, giving us.
I blame London.
London entirely. God, dude, can we stop NFL? Can we stop having this many overseas games? And then also, can we stop having it in the morning? They're ahead. They're like way ahead of us. Have it be an evening game there. It's a 3:00 game here, 8 p.m., 5 p.m. It works. Okay. You can have those be the prime time games for us. And it'll just be interesting because it's, I don't know. Anyways, that's a whole nother boat there. Maybe we'll talk about that. Wrap it up. The show that we do Wednesday nights because it is just going to be me and you, man.
Yep.
If Soul is out, she is MIA. I believe she might be at a whiskey bar somewhere there in Ireland.
Yeah.
Johnny couldn't up with the lads. But man, I'll tell you what though, like this was such a good weekend, at least for me. I mean, went 4-1 again. The loss, unfortunately, was in our dynasty league. But man, points are back, baby.
Yes, they are.
Points are freaking back. And you have got to love that because, I mean, nothing is worse than just getting demolished and only scoring 20 points. I mean, at least, hopefully this week you scored a significant amount. And hopefully it was because you're top 10. No. What happened to the video? It didn't load. Josh vamp for a second.
Well, all right. So, yes, we hope everyone of your teammates have scored. That's on your team. I just repeated myself twice. I don't care because I'm vamping. But, no, it was a lot of points that happened this week. We know who the bad defenses are and who to target. That is for sure on that. Now, the Titans did fire their coach. We'll get to that here.
Fire this computer.
Yeah, he wants to fire the computer. So that could spell good news or just more incompetence for if you have anybody on the Titans. If you do seek help, it's okay. It's a safe space. You can come here. I understand. But you probably only have Tony Pollard on your team because he at least is a starting running back that does get carries and targets. So you have to do it. You don't feel good about it, but you have to do it. Yeah.
I thought I was going to restart the whole thing. There we go. Now it did. Yeah. Sorry, folks. Technology's been technology. Had some updates I had to do, and it threw everything out of whack. But not these guys, because they're scoring points. It's top 10, motherfucker. Yeah, there you go, buddy. That was your boy, George Pickens. having himself a heyday and leaping over freaking everybody, and definitely putting in the work. But he's not the only one. Now, Bijan Robin joins the 30-point club this week, and really just kind of go over all of them. He is in the mix, folks, but we made the graphic before the show. So you got Rico Dowdle coming at 34 points. Josh Jacob, 32 points. George Pickens getting 32 as well. Mahomes, 31. Achane, 31. Scatabo, 31. Smith and Jibba getting 30. And then added to that mix, Bijan Robinson, I believe, getting 32. And then Drake May getting 27. Booty, baby. But he's coming in getting 26, and Dallas went hard, getting 26 points. But jumping over to the quarterback room, we do have Patrick Mahomes, my boy, at the tippy top of Mahomes Mountain. I mean, hey, he might be there for a little while, but I definitely don't think he's going to be the only one. A lot of quarterbacks are really shown out, and Drake May is one of those there in New England, getting 27 points. Then Jackson Dart, the rookie, getting 24. Daniel Jones, or Indiana Jones, as people call him affectionately, 23 points. Dak in black, Prescott, 22 points. Brisket, I don't know, barbecue, getting 22 points. And then it hurts sometimes, getting 22 as well. Darnold, 20. Mayfield, 20. And Bryce Young getting 20 points. But why is everybody in the 20s and 30s this week? It's freaking wild.
I don't know. It's crazy. Not everyone did play the Dallas Cowboys defense, surprisingly, but it seems like it. But one did. His name was Bryce Young, and he's in the top 10. Just target Dallas's defense. It sucks.
Yeah.
I hate it for Dak Prescott because he is just being elite. He's having the best season I can remember him having in quite some time.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's yes, and shout out to George Pickens, who has stepped up. This was a George Pickens that I was hoping to see. We knew this was George Pickens, the player. It was all up here with George.
Yeah.
And it's working probably because of Dak Prescott and whatever Zen or whatever he's doing to get George Pickens locked in, because they are doing it. Plus, scoring points is fun. Losing sucks. So that keeps George happy because you feed George. So as long as George is fed, he will perform for you.
Yeah. And he has performed. Yeah, yes. He has performed in the absence of CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
What will happen when he comes back? Tune in and find out here in probably about 20 minutes, because they're at a wild card. We may have a little something to say about that.
Yeah.
But speaking of, Dak Prescott, quarterbacks. Which quarterback stood out to you?
I was circling around, but I got on the Dallas Cowboy in me. Just had to say some things. Patrick Mahomes, congratulations. You are probably going to be QB1 when it's all said and done. But the way he's going, and I've got a receiver that I'm going to do for a punt, pass, and kick section. I've got a receiver that will make Patrick Mahomes throws the ball to for that. So I just think it's going to make it more dangerous for Patrick Mahomes going forward, if you know.
And that's if we don't trade for running backs or anything else to strengthen us as well.
Yeah. Drake May is an elite quarterback, but I don't know if he's going to stay in the top 10. But but if you're a New England fan, congratulations, you found another good quarterback. It only took you 4 years, where it's taken Cleveland Browns a whole entire franchise. They still haven't found it. Jackson Dart, don't die. That's all I have to say. Just don't die, kid. You can't launch yourself head first into a defender, but you got the first down.
Yeah. So which of these on the list really stand out to you? I mean, we could go all day talking about each and every one.
Yeah.
But
Sam
for
Darnold,
the showtime, yeah.
Sam Darnold is the fact that Sam Darnold's going to be floating around a lot, and I'm going to bring him up on our waivers. Sam Darnold's the one that sticks out because it doesn't matter what game, who he goes against, he is playing great football, and because he has a receiver that will get the F open for him.
Yeah, and you're talking about him. I mean, you look at first week, just 5 points, but then the following, 17, 16, 16, 28, and 20. That JSN. I mean, we've got to talk about him a little bit more. But let's go ahead and jump over to running backs. Talk about running backs. You got to talk about my guy, Rico Dowdle. Sorry, the cadence just called for the claps, ladies and gentlemen.
We let him go. Thank you, Jerry.
He made you pay. Because he got 34 points, bud.
Yeah.
But Josh Jacobs got 32. Devon Achane 31. Scatabo.
Oh,
remember, you can hit the buttons.
I know. I was going to wait for you to go through it, and then I was
not
going to hit it.
Yeah, Scatabo. Okay.
I'm the juggernaut, bitch!
Yeah. I actually meant the audio, but that's good too. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is actual footage of Scatabo during a game. Mm-hmm. Incredible quality. Really high quality camera work. I'm sure it's got a banger of a soundtrack. But who does have a banger soundtrack is also McCaffrey. Coming in 24 points, absolutely carrying that team himself. Then Jonathan Taylor Thomas getting 24. Vidal Sassoon. We weren't sure last week exactly who was going to be getting the reps. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have a definitive answer.
Yeah.
At least for this week. It is Vidal. Getting 23 points. And then our boy, Bijan Robinson. At the time we took it, he had 21 points. But he did get 32. And then Rashad was it 36 in ours?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, so it must have just been the dynasty that he got 32.
Yeah, we got to talk to our commissioner over there, give us that extra 4 points. So that would have won us the game.
Dude, real talk. Real freaking talk. Rashad White getting 18. And then Kyron Williams rounding out the top 10 for running backs, getting 17. Josh, which ones are standing out to you, bud?
Kamani Vidal, because we know know who's the guy going forward. Now, if you go back to our show last week, I said if you're going to pick one, I would pick Vidal just because of the reps I saw. I like what I saw from him. That was just of 4 or 5 plays. I guessed right. It was a 50-50 shot. I'm not going to take credit for it, but I did say to go with him.
Hey, it's the right coin flip, man.
Yeah,
it would hold water in overtime.
Yeah, he passed my eye test, so that's basically why I was like, I'd go with him.
Yeah,
I didn't think either running back would do well, but yeah, shout out to Kamani Vidal for that, and he's probably in. A lot of people were going with the other running back, which I can't remember off the top of my head. Garrison, something like that.
Haskins.
Yes, thank you. I knew it was an H. Yeah, Haskins, and I was just like, but I didn't see anything of him. But people were taking Haskins more of the Vidal because Vidal is more of a third down back. Is everyone? I mean, we were agreeing with that, but they were giving him carries last week, so I was like, and they kept giving it to him. So he should still be out there for you all to grab, which we'll go over again on waivers. Yeah. But as far as like him and Devon Achane is having the quietest, awesome season because Miami sucks so bad. So no one in the media talks about him. No one really in fantasy is talking about him because he's just, he's not number 1 every week, but he's number 4 on the year, something like that. But
that sounds about right.
Yeah, Achane is. Yeah, it's insane what he's doing, and no one it's just like, yeah, he's quiet. It's like what Bijan was doing when Bijan finished like top 5 last year, and people are like, oh shit, did Bijan finish top 5 last year? Like that's what Achane's doing. Like he's having a quiet, awesome season.
Yeah, and doing it on a shitty team, which makes him Teflon tough, baby.
Yeah,
and like you talked about last week, these are the Teflon picks. And but yeah, going back to Vidal Sassoon or Kamani. Getting 67% of snaps, had 18 rushing attempts for 124 yards. And then in the receiving game, he's targeted 4 times and got 3 of them. And those points add up. So he's not just a pure running back. He is a kind of slot receiver as well at times. But he got 14 yards and a touchdown in the air. And so, I mean, he looks like the one to go for between the two, as far as Haskins and him. But I mean, if you did pick up Haskins and you put money into it, as far as like fab, just hold on to it because this could flip next week. We don't know exactly with not Gruden. With Chargers coach
Harbaugh.
Yeah, I don't know why Gruden completely popped my head and disrupted it, but Harbaugh, just a little bit lower in the alphabet. Who knows what that game script is going to look like? Because the guy does love to run.
Yes.
And so it might be a matter of game planning and switching gears next week with everybody expecting, or kind of zeroing in on Vidal, maybe to keep them guessing. But we'll see. And we'll find out more information on Hampton and that injury and what that kind of entails here in the injury portion. But moving on to wide receivers. It was another good week. George Pickens coming in 32 points. Then you have JSN, Jack Smith and Jigba getting 30. Our boy Booty getting 26. Getting 25. McConkey. There you go. Now we're getting in the rhythm. Thomas coming in, getting rid of the yips, apparently getting 23 points, having a couple of back-to-back games. London definitely scored more than 21.
Telling me there's a chance.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure what London ended with, but he got 21 points at the time that we got this. Hollywood Brown, 21. And luckily he did not get slapped or punched at the end of the game like Juju did. Wendell Robinson coming in at 20, and then DK Metcalf getting 20 points for the wide receivers. Josh, what you got for him?
Drake London tied for the number 1 spot at 32 points.
Ooh-wee. There we go, boy.
He finished with 10 receptions with 16 targets, 158 yards, and a touchdown for Mr. London. And he almost had 2. Guys, remember that his toe was called out, even though it was initially called a touchdown at the end of the first half. Swift. When I saw that comment, he's got 2 receptions for 67 yards and a touchdown, along with 74 yards rushing. So, that's a lot of points.
Yeah. I mean, the scoring continues into Monday, which is great.
Yes.
Hopefully this is the trend. You want to see defenses, you want to see, good sound football, but at the same time, guys, we're in fantasy football. We want points. Mm-hmm. Give us all the points. And when people are, really kind of throwing it down like that, there's a good chance for turnovers, and that helps out with points for your defenses too. So you don't want just shutouts. You actually want, a little bit of action for them to get those turnovers, which ends up getting you more points. I think probably would. But, anybody else on the wide receivers? I know we're going to dive deep here in a little bit with wide receivers, but, anybody else stick out to you?
I mean, what Giff was saying, Jackson Smith and Jigba is I said it, week 2, week 3, he's Mr. Consistent. If you send your lineup, you're like, cool, set him, forget him, let's do it. Because even against the Cardinals, he did dick the first half and still ended up with 78 yards.
Yeah.
So even when he's trying not to be good, he just can't escape it. So knock on all the wood, obviously barring injury, because we'll get to that in a second, because people keep going down. And then about George Pickens, we'll talk a little bit more about George Pickens in our wild card spot on that. Booty, I picked him up after week 1.
Or who?
There you go. He just happened to be his day. And we'll kind of lead to that. Again, we'll go to with what we're doing with our wild card with him and Diggs, because Diggs basically was non-existent. So, it's just 1 week's one guy, the next week's another guy. Which kind of leads to our wild card stuff there. And Jamar Chase, at least Joe Flacco goes, F it, just throw it, see what happens. Because typically Jamar Chase is going to catch it.
Yeah, he definitely is one of those receivers. And JSN is one of those now. Really almost every team has, close to one, or maybe like half the teams. But you throw it up, they're going to win one-on-one. It may not be, an absolute every time, but majority of the time they're going to, be in the mix for contention for that ball. In the top 10 video, you saw Chase. Getting ripped on and everything, and just gets it in the bread basket, falls in the end zone. And that's a credit to Flacco himself, Joe Flacco,
Flacco.
throwing the ball. Kind of airing that out.
Something about Flacco that I miss. I can't quite put my finger on it, but there was something I trusted more about Flacco.
That is right. I forgot we had it on here. I thought this was the set. We didn't have that. Something about
Flacco that I miss. I can't. Something about Scattaboo. I just can't quite put my finger on it. I don't know. Something like a Christian McCaffrey.
Who'd you say?
What's the juggernaut, bitch?
Yeah, that's who. You better come correct. He's the fucking juggernaut now.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I mean, with what we're talking about as far as wide receivers. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, just shout out to speaking about the juggernaut that is Cam Scattaboo. If y'all have never seen it, go. It's probably all over the internet right now. It's probably gone viral. Of Arizona State when he was playing for him is just walking through the tunnel to get to the field, and there's Cam Scattaboo just ramming his head into a brick wall. His helmet was on. And shout out to the fantasy footballers who had the best description of Cam Scattaboo. You can't give CTE to CTE.
CTE incarnate.
Yeah. It's like he has a concussion. Like that's his flat line is just a concussion. But if he he has a concussion, if he starts being smart about something and he starts talking about physics, you're like, hold on, you just sit down, Cam. You need to sit down. We talk about this. Here's a crayon.
Yeah. Hey, you never know, man. Could be fucking Rain Man. And because he definitely sees the field differently. But
love that dude.
But yeah, jumping back to wide receivers. We're talking about Bourne. You also got to talk about the resurrection of Jameson Williams. Came at the right time for me. I really needed every single point from him, and he got you 19 there, and so he was just kind of on the outside. But
I will get into more of the Lion situation in our wild card spot. So because that's a different situation than our typical teams that we've laid out. The Lions are different.
Yeah, Lions are one of the bottom. I mean. One of the few teams that it's a good issue to have talent wise, but anything else on wide receivers?
No, other than the fun fact that I saw today of just you thought Jefferson and Jamar Chase be on the same team was nuts. There is a wide receiver picture at one time at Ohio State. It was Abuka, Marvin Harrison Jr., Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, Jameson Williams before he transferred to Alabama to Georgia, it was Alabama. Sorry, before he transferred to Alabama was on that team, and JSN, all of them were in the same wide receiver room at one time.
Dude, that's wild. That is so wild.
And the only one natty out of it, but still, that wide receiver room, you remember that picture of Devontae Smith and Jerry Jeudy and Henry Ruggs. There was this is why Mac Jones was a good quarterback because you get to throw to these guys. How did what you had that?
Yeah, absolutely insane. Some of these wide receiver rooms. Of course, LSU. Now we're really seeing the fruits of the labor of Ohio State and a lot of those players going out of there. But yeah, anything else for wide receivers before we move on to tight ends?
Nope. Brian Thomas still was dropping balls. I'll just put it that way. He could have he could have been a contender. Just catch the ball. It's okay. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, he's improving. So just keep it up, bud. But we're gonna go into tight ends. Coming in at the top, you've got Dallas Goedert. What? It's almost like we should have talked about him in a waiver wire last week or something.
I know.
He came in getting 26 points. Trent McBride coming in getting a 21. Thankfully. In my other leagues. Then you got Warren getting 18. Laporta. Oh my God, Laporta. Hi, bud. How we doing? 2 weeks in a row. You're relevant. Let's keep it that way. Getting 17. Ertz at 16. Mayer at 16. Fannin 15. Higbee 14. And then running at the bottom is Kelsey, Ferguson, and Kraft. Tight ends, man. Who of these is really kind of sticking out to you? And then do you still not give a shit about tight ends? I can't hear you for some reason, bud.
You know what? Microphone, we're going to have a talk. It's called when I start talking, you just turn back on. All right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Have a threshold.
Yeah. Just anyway, beside the fact that microphone issues, I'm okay with tight ends so far because it seems like they're getting decent targets across the board. But even the guys that didn't even crack the top 10, are still decently there. Now, granted, our guy Jake Ferguson, he's still getting his, and he's right now, I believe, is like top 3 or a top tight end on the year just because of all the touchdowns that he's gotten.
Yeah, he is still number 1 with 99 points, 44 receptions off of 51 targets, 305 yards.
Yeah. But the real one that I want to highlight here is Mayer for Las Vegas because
it's not John Mayer?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. There was a Mayer. I was trying to think of a Mayer title song and I couldn't. No.
Yeah, Mayor-elect.
Well, Mayer, I guess to be a John Mayer, his stats are slow dancing in a burning room because Brock Bowers will be back.
It's a good drop.
And
I thought you were going to say his body was a wonderland.
No, that title did go through my mind because anytime someone's bringing up Mayer, you can tell your age by what title of Mayer song pops in your head first. Body was a wonderland.
Or just how deep you go into the repertoire. I'm going to pull one from the trio. Who do you think you are?
Right. Oh, that's a deep cut.
That's a good one, though.
Yeah, John Mayer trio. Anyway, but nothing to the John Mayer section of fantasy.
The player,
Jake Ferguson. No, sorry, Brett Mayer. He's a fine tight end, but this is Brock Bowers' spot, and so people really weren't keying in on him. And obviously, Geno Smith is not playing very good football. But if Brock Bowers is back, why is Mayer on your team? If Bowers is not playing, start Mayer. Because he's still a solid tight end. He just has one of the greatest I've ever seen play the game, even in his second year. Well, year and a half in, which is Brock Bowers.
Yeah.
And as far as predicting, I'm batting 1,000 on knowing good rookie tight ends. Because shout out to Tyler Warren. I mean, if you have Tyler Warren on your team, you are happy because you got great value and where you drafted him. And you nailed it. So you don't have to worry about streaming tight ends and you have that frustration.
Yeah. He went in the 7th round in our one of our shared leagues. Week 1, 14.9, then 11.9, 6.8, 18.3, 14.4, 18.3. I mean, if 6.8 is your floor as a tight end, honestly, at this point, as a receiver, because we had some people, they shit the bed. That's why you're not even seeing them in the top 10, let alone the top 50, because they only got you 2-3 points and probably lost you some matches. Absolutely phenomenal talent. Another incredible rookie season. So, yes or no, are you going to pick him up next year?
Tyler Warren? Yeah. It just depends on –
look at Laporta.
Yeah,
year 2 slump, sophomore slump.
It just depends on where. I mean, if he's going to,
well,
what I'm saying is like you're still going to have Trey McBride. You're still going to have Bowers. He's got a hurt knee. It depends on how his offseason goes. You're still going to have draft Bowers high. You're still going to draft Trey McBride high. I don't think so. I guess Warren might sneak in to that 3rd round, 4th round. I don't know. It's super early. Again, you know how my thing is I can find if I know there's a decent enough value at a later round, I am not going to spend it. But if I don't think there's anything worth it crap, I might take a flyer on Warren just because they run running plays for him as well. So not just a passing tight end. I mean, pass catching tight end. They do run plays for him. I mean, he's getting goal line stuff. So he adds a little bit more value than those other tight ends, which is why we like Brock Bowers.
That was a great yes or no answer. Oh, love you, bud. I'm just like cracking up the longer you went because I'm just like, yes or no, yes or no, because of the song.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. But hey, that's going to conclude. We're going to go into news and updates, folks. Song sounds like Goosebumps. Yeah, that's right. News and updates from the week of fantasy. And so this is where we kind of dive in to transactions, which we got a little bit to talk about, actually. But what happened last week and also what we could look towards. We also got some injuries to discuss and even some suspensions, bud. We got all three this week. How lucky could we be?
So lucky. Hey, man, you know what happens? When I start going, you just got to let me finish.
I know, I did. And then I moved on to the next segment. So
over the past six, but one thing about trades, now we did have some suspensions as you alluded to.
Yeah.
But it's trading season, people. And people are starting to talk. So over the past 6 years in the month of October leading up to the trade deadline, the NFL has had 88 trades, an average of just under 15 per year. The list of trade candidates that executives and coaches believe could be available in the next few years feature multiple high-profile players, including Kirk Cousins, Russell Wilson, Trey Hendrickson, Mark Andrews, Bradley Chubb, Alvin Kamara, Chris Olave, Breece Hall, Cameron Jordan. That's the defensive end, not the old tight end of Jordan Cameron, and Ridge Wooland. These players' respective teams haven't necessarily made them available via trade, but sources believe they eventually could be. The last little thing that I saw was Chris Olave to the Giants. That is getting a lot of traction.
Ooh, yeah.
Which I guess if they can get him for a decent price to go along with Malik Neighbors, because Malik, I don't know. Maybe they see something and going forward, okay, we've got our running back. We've got our quarterback. Malik Neighbors he hasn't had we don't know when how severe that ACL is. We got to have a receiver for next year. Chris Olave, without being hurt, has been a 1,000-yard receiver every year on a shitty Saints team. So I don't see them not moving him. Alvin Kamara, we teased about that. To your Chiefs, are you still thinking your Chiefs are going to be trying to get a running back at this point?
I hope so, actually. Pacheco has looked serviceable. Hasn't really, he looked pretty good yesterday, but the offense was kind of firing on all cylinders. Really, the shout out goes to the line. So we actually had an injury to our rookie, Simmons, and had a family emergency. So, T's and P's to him. But the guy that filled in that we just picked up, I think, off free agency, filled in that hole very nicely. And, pun intended, because he did a phenomenal job. And I'm glad we got him, because then whenever we get the other one back, then we've got depth. Yeah. And that is scary, probably for a lot of people. But yeah, for them, I still would like it. I want to see Breece Hall. I want to see Alvin Kamara. I really, even though he's kind of towards the end of his career, I kind of would love to see Kamara, but it just depends on that contract situation, because he did just sign last year or something of that nature, extension wise. And then Breece, we talked about it a little bit before, a little bit of a dip and maybe some of that value because of what's kind of gone on this year. But
I get him for the third round.
So good. Yeah,
third rounder. Yeah. So
I'd love to get that. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, that's not for me. That's a lot of other people do that. Thoughts and prayers, T's and P's.
Right.
Yeah, I think the McAfee show does that a lot.
Yeah, the T's and P's.
And to catch up on the chat, sorry, kind of put the brakes on. Dolphins defense. Oof.
Yeah, they suck.
Yeah, man, that is rough. Jason is definitely the man. I really do. Show the microphone, the pan. That's how you turn it on and off, right? Just
kind of.
Yeah. But fantasy-wise, how good does this rookie class look? Looks good. They look really good. They're stepping up, and they're really taking their opportunities and just running through a brick wall with it for Scatterbo and some others.
Yeah.
I even kind of throw them in with the other generation the last 2 years. Quarterback wise has really, significantly, kind of stood out. The sophomore slumps are very real. It is crazy. I mean, it's a saying for a reason. but it is crazy to kind of see the second year of some of these players that they've really kind of that dip they've seen. You know what? I might kind of start doing a little bit of investigation on that. That might be a wild card in a couple of weeks, but yeah, I'm loving it, man. Josh, what are your thoughts on this year's rookie class?
They have been as advertised, but then also you've had those rookie growing pains with like Travion Henderson. I don't get it. I'm confused by it. I don't think it's him, but I think it's both parties. I think the Patriots aren't utilizing him enough. But I also don't think that he's taking advantage of the opportunities and some of the film that I saw. Obviously, coming out of college, I was big on him. And all the preseason and camp tape, I mean, it was like, okay, here we go. They were doing plays for him. So, okay, it's going to be great. And he just hasn't taken off. But Tyler Warren has been electric. That is 3 years in a row that the rookie tight end has gone off. Ashton Genty's finally found his legs with an inept Raiders team. Obviously, Cam Scatterbo. If Hampton didn't get hurt, Amarian Hansen was playing well. Obviously, Ibuka, before his hamstring injury, he was a top 5 receiver on the year. He's been nuts. So it just the value that you were getting in some of these guys is paying off. The Warren situation, because they're rookies, so they fall. People aren't really reaching for them. I know Ashton Genty was a first-round running back, and he's playing like a first-round running back. I mean, he's in the top 10 running backs on the season. So
top 3 on rookies on the year.
Yeah.
So you got Ibuka at the top with 107, Scatterbo coming up right behind him, and with maybe some of the injury information might surpass him, getting 99, Genty 92, Warren 85, Hampton 77, which we'll learn more about. Tetron McMillan, man, down there getting 77. Judkins a little bit of slump this week, but he still has 66 on the year. Jackson Dart, Bill Krosky, Fannin, Oyamonor. I mean, there's quite a bit helping your teams out. So
yeah, and if you paid attention, Golden is starting to shine there in Green Bay.
Oh, yeah. I messaged you that. Like, yeah. Well, still not a Ibuka. And it's like, but come on, man. This is the horse we have.
Yes, I know.
You gotta love the horse you have.
Gotta love, yeah. And he came. What made me excited is that when they needed the first down, Love went to him.
Yeah.
So
exactly,
that's what you want to see is in crunch time. Who do you go to? Matthew Golden. So
and I believe that was after he was disciplined by the coaching staff, and so they sat him that first quarter. Details on that I haven't heard yet, but also haven't looked. So he only played 3 quarters, but it looked like whatever that was kind of got him out of his funk, or kind of got him back on track. But they did come off a bye week, so maybe there's some things that happened on the bye week that shouldn't have happened. But I'm loving it. Would love to see more of the Golden Arches. See what I did there. But as far as news, injuries, and updates, man, anything else on kind of the trade rumors? You excited to see Kirk Cousins in a different jersey? Does anybody want Russell Wilson?
No one's going to take. Someone will probably trade for Kirk Cousins, but I don't know who, because no one wants that contract. That's the problem. Is you sign up for that big contract, so you're stuck with it, but then you draft Michael Penix, which, I mean, seems in hindsight is paying off. I mean, they just did beat the Bills tonight, but you still paying Kirk. You literally just paid Kirk Cousins and then drafted your future. Like, what do we? Whatever. It's good luck. Yeah. Good luck offloading that. But I mean, at least Penix is working so far, so at least you're not totally like, oh darn.
Ryan Moss, still hate that you have him.
No, JSN.
Talking about JSN. Oh, okay. Yeah. Wow, that was a while back. Still salty. Okay. Man. So, I mean, that's as far as some of the trade rumors. And, I mean, obviously we saw Flacco get sent over. We didn't talk about that last week because it happened after. But, I mean, hey, it helped out Chase. So you got the Bengals offense. Keep playing them. But anything else on that before we move on to some of the suspensions?
Yeah. No, nothing on that. But the drama did heat up at the end of last night's game, as one Brian Branch just decided to just start some stuff, and he got in a tussle there with Juju Smith-Schuster. And after the game, Dan Campbell did come out, basically said he loves Brian Branch, but that was inexcusable what he did. And then the league followed up and says, good luck not getting paid this week, and you're suspended for this game. And that's their best corner, and a depleted secondary as it is. So congratulations on that. I hope it was worth it. Which he got fined. It's never worth it.
Yeah. That's why you kind of have to pay those. But yeah, it's you got a lot of egos and testosterone kind of running through that. But man, it's not the time and place, bro. Like, come on, man. Like you should have did it on the field. You should have did it on the field. Yeah. But the game's over and everybody's, all right, hey, shake your hands. All right, man. Still hate you, but they just walk away. Like either don't dap them, but just walk off. But if it was on the final play, as soon as they kneel, he's beelining right for fucking Juju. And Mahomes kind of interjects him a little bit, kind of with his hand out, like, hey, man, and he brushes his body and he's like, all right, just pats him on the shoulder pads. And Pacheco is escorting him. I don't know what the fuck Pacheco's doing, but Pacheco's like escorting him back. And then he does that. And then he's like, escorts him away. Very odd. I mean, like, I'm sure Pacheco's just trying to, hey, settle down, man. Hey, we're good. Hey, just right. Because he wasn't throwing him to the ground and just punch it. Pacheco honestly was the level-headed one. Juju should have just, all right, man, what the fuck ever, and walked off. But he follows suit, and then gets his face mask grabbed and slung to the ground. Apparently, there was a little bit of blood. There were some shots of him kind of holding something up as he walked off. But I don't think that's going to be that significant of an injury. And also, if you're having to play Juju, sorry about your team. You shouldn't be having to play him unless you're like in a super deep dynasty. But even then, it's a risky pick. But we're going to talk about more of that here soon. Anything else on the Branch suspension? Anybody else getting fined? Anybody else getting suspended?
Not that I know of.
Suspension.
We will get to that in our punt, pass, and kicks situation of who's coming off suspension next week.
We're in the news and notes.
Okay, Rashid Rice is coming off suspension, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that's right. Hey,
just when you look at the,
you don't have to elaborate, but at least say it. Don't McGuffin this bitch.
Rashid Rice coming off from suspension. No, it's just me being like, really, the Chiefs are going to be. God damn it! Just roll. Go to the next subject. Yeah. Anyway.
Still a Chiefs shirt.
Just so stupid. They can't keep getting away with this. All right, for injuries wise, CeeDee Lamb could practice Wednesday. I know CeeDee wants to get on the field as much as everyone else wants him to. Garrett Wilson will miss a couple weeks after hyperextending his knee. A little scary this morning, as we thought that he might have gotten worse, but it turns out that I actually got good news, which that is good news compared to being out for the season.
Yeah.
Emeka Egbuka,
ACL or anything like that.
Yeah, exactly. Just none of the other stuff. So Emeka Egbuka did not play in the second half of the hamstring, kind of keeping it close to the vest there. Bucky Irvin is expected to miss another week. So all you Rashard White and also Sean Tucker for your deep leagues. We'll talk about that. And we'll remind me to do that in the waivers chat. All right, thank you. And then Puka Nacua is day-to-day with an ankle injury, which means he's probably not going to play because Sean McVay is weird about it. Him and Shanahan are weird about their injury reports. Miles Sanders placed on season-ending IR. That happened like Saturday night. That was announced. So I was telling everyone about. So we'll let you know in the waiver section of who to text. Go after there. Kyler Murray, mid-foot strain, could miss next week as well. Marvin Harrison Jr. Was concussed, and no updates on Quentin Johnson, who was a late scratch going into this week's game. So no update on that as well. But that's all I got for injuries. Unless I'm missing.
Yeah. No, you're good. I mean, there was quite a bit that happened. McManus was questionable the whole time and then is out. But I mean, he was pretty close to actually getting to play, so he should be back there next week. There were quite a bit of others that kind of snuck up on people. So I mean, just a weekly reminder: set your alarm, and do not look away from your phone or your computer from 12 o'clock, from 11 o'clock to 12 or 11:59. Whenever the games are for you, basically an hour before, you need to be on your phones and on your computer looking at everything and make sure you're paying attention to that. I was able to I saw that questionable and I was like, I just don't want to take that chance. No. And I didn't realize I had the motherfucker in 4 leagues. That's just how it worked. I mean, just picked him up on a bunch and was like, oh shit. All right. And was able to get Prater. And then was able to, get a couple of others that were very serviceable. Wasn't no Boswell or, Mabry, of course. But yeah, anyways, we'll talk more about kickers there in the waiver wire. Anything else, man? I mean, because it's a heavy news weekend. And honestly, I kind of like it that way. It gives a little better balance to the show, does it not?
Yes, it does. And yeah, no, nothing else on that.
It's a little wild. Not sure why. Ladies and gentlemen, come on now. It's wild card season.
Wild card, bitches!
Yeah, that's right, everybody. It is wild card. This is the segment where basically we just kind of get to do whatever we want. But what we always want is to bring you something of a little bit of a deeper dive into a certain topic, a certain issue, to really just kind of help you not just this week, but throughout the year and even, your fantasy future to have a good understanding of how to, what to do in that situation. Josh, I like to think of it like cards, right? Like if you're going to be playing poker, right? You want to see as many hands as possible before you go to a tournament. So that way it's just fresh. You see the situations and you're able to adapt and overcome. And this week we are going to be bringing you a double wide. Man, if the computer was working, I was going to have a graphic and everything. It was going to be a trailer. It was going to be awesome. Double wide. But basically what we're going to be talking about is a deep dive into the world of wide receivers, especially those rooms that have a pretty good amount of talent. Yeah. And thank God we do have that. But sometimes it does hurt your fantasy a little bit. But yeah, Josh, to kind of start off, what do you got for us?
Yeah, so we'll call these empty pantries, which means that it's not
you
totally,
go to the store. We just got to go to the store.
Yeah,
right?
You got to go to the store.
Okay.
Now, you still will always stock it with your favorite food, right? But you won't have a plethora of choices. So it's pretty empty.
Yeah. Fruit roll-ups.
Yeah.
Skittles,
roll-ups.
Chocolate. Gotta have some chocolate, man.
Yeah, gotta do that. And that's where so that means that these teams have one good receiver, but sometimes the receiver just is not going to do anything because the team's terrible, right? It's not going to fill you up. So we have the Jets, Panthers, Saints, Las Vegas Raiders. The reason I'm saying that is because you looked at last week's section, Garrett Wilson was on the Teflon Dons. It took him hyperextending his knee and almost going out for the season for him to have a bad game. Even for the Jets. And the Jets was terrible. They got sacked like 9 times. It was stupid. The Panthers, Tedero McMillan finally showed up, but really and truly, you're playing him. He's on your roster, but that's about all they really have, unless they play the Cowboys. Because Xavier Legette's not been that great. Hunter Renfro's fine. Like, it just whatever. The Saints, all they have is Chris Olave and Rashid Shaheed, and Rashid Shaheed's just a moonball guy. That's all he is. He's just really is a deep threat. Whereas Chris Olave is Mr. Everything, and it's very bare.
Do you think that room is missing MVS? Marquez Valdes-Scantling had a decent game. Can't remember where he's at now. Got a couple of balls, but Spencer Rattler is quietly having a very good season. They're not winning, so it's not getting hardly any attention at all. But he is actually doing like some pretty good numbers and being, moderately consistent. Not being top 10, but he was being serviceable, which is good for fantasy, right? So, I mean, with that wide receiver room, what are your other thoughts there with the Saints?
It's just so inconsistent, and they don't score a lot. Like, they play well, but they don't score a lot. So, I mean, it's just not something like you're not really, when you see Chris Olave or Alvin Kamara. I know he's not part of the receiver room, but like when you see Rashid Shaheed, we start him because we have to, because it's dynasty. But we would always stash Rashid Shaheed and just have him there for bye weeks. But you're not excited about him. Like, you're not having that decision. Chris Olave is the pain in the butt because you have to start him. Because that's just where it is. So that's why we're saying, like, the cupboard's bare, because, like, you have to start this one guy. You're not going to start anyone else, and you're hoping that he at least is the elite receiver and the team puts it all together. So that's kind of why the Saints are the definition of an empty cupboard.
Yeah, no, I like that. Because, I mean, talking about I do not know what the fuck this app is trying to do right now. Just trying to pull up. There we go. Chris Olave graphics. Yeah, on the year, we got 12.4, 11, 15.7, 9 was his floor, 12.7, and then 16.8 this last week against Chicago is his ceiling. So he just had one of his best games. He is potentially on the trade block. Who knows what team he goes to? Man, whenever you started talking about the Giants trying to get some people, I mean, Olave is a good fit there too.
Yes, it is.
I mean, coming in with that veteranship into that room and just being able to provide what he has there. Because the Giants have juice.
Yes, they do.
I mean, they were going to be talking, about some overeating and healthy diets here in a bit. But bro, they look like a pretty healthy diet right now. They look like a good snack. But yeah. Anything else kind of on the empty pantry there with the Jets, Panthers, Saints, or maybe the Raiders?
The Raiders are empty because it's empty. I mean, like, Brock Bowers is their best receiver. Like, Jacoby Myers, I know people selected him because he's on that team. That offensive line is terrible. Geno Smith is playing god awful this year. I mean, I think he throws it to the other team and then hopes that his receivers come and grab it the way he's throwing the ball. Because, I mean, Trey Tucker, if you picked him up, he's a decent spot start. They're not excited about it. And Brock Bowers being hurt, it's just they don't have anybody, so they can load that box up and stop Ashton Genty. I don't know. That team is just not very good for that. Now,
like Ward said, we asked.
Yeah. And Titans don't even have a plate yet, so it's just no.
They don't even have a coach.
No, they just no. Overeating, which means that there are just too many good receivers, and you just don't know which one to start. I'm not talking now. There's a difference. There's the not overeating, but it's a kiddie table, which means you're not happy you're there, but you're eating well. Which is you don't know who to start of like two elite receivers, like Devontae Smith, AJ Brown. If you had those, I don't know who to start. You would sit there and say AJ Brown, but then Devontae Smith might go off, but then Devontae Smith might go off, and then AJ Brown goes off. So Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp, Puka's rookie year, where you just don't know who to start. So that's the kiddie table. It means you're not at the big table, you're not eating well, and not everybody's happy, but at least you're getting a plate and you're there. But the overeating would be Green Bay, Buffalo, Kansas City, the Chargers. Now, some would say that the Chargers could be a kiddie table with Hughes and Ladd McConkey, but they spread the ball around too much, and that offensive line is iffy. So it's like one time it was Hughes, then Hughes got hurt. Now it's Ladd McConkey. Could be another receiver. I don't know. I just feel like there's too much going on there. And with Buffalo, and you're kind of seeing struggles right now of not having an elite receiver. I think their struggles. Josh Allen cannot keep putting on the Superman cape with them. Khalil Shakir, Keon Coleman. They didn't have Dalton Kincaid this week. Made that served issue there. They Curtis Samuel's never healthy. I don't think he's not the Curtis Samuel that played for Washington. back in the day. So, and Green Bay, maybe Matthew Gold. I know here in the chat that was Ryan was talking about the GIF was bitter about Golden being on his team. So there's that. So yeah, I mean, do we have an emergent Matthew Gold? Turns out next week's going to be Dontavian Wicks, and the week after that's going to be Romeo Dobbs, and then Christian Watson's going to come back, and it might be him. Like and then Jaden Reed's going to come back in like week 10 and be great again.
I was just going to say, he got another person positive coming back at the end of the year. Yeah.
So, and Jordan Love still is so 50-50. When I watch him, it's just like he's excellent. Then the next series, it's like he forgets how to play football. It's Jordan Love is so weird, but he's the guy. Like you can't not like you like your situation, Green Bay, because you did it again. You found another competent quarterback that's good at doing well, but he's not Aaron Rodgers level as far as reading off defenses and really being able to sling the ball around. You can tell he's still a little timid, and he's known for just making bad interceptions for that. And then Kansas City, if you thought it was mucky as it was, Rashee Rice is coming back. So, but when Andy Reid puts you in that position, it's tough. Like Travis Kelce is playing well, as far as fantasy wise. And right now it's like Hollywood Brown. I don't know. Juju Smith-Schuster. I don't know. Xavier Worthy. Well, Rashee Rice can come back. Damn it. I don't know who's starting now. And then, but that's who I have is overeating. Anything on any other teams that you think are overeating that I haven't talked about?
I mean, not right offhand, but no, I mean, just kind of looking at that though. I mean, with the Buffalo and Kansas City of it all. Yeah, I mean, you were talking about Buffalo tonight. They lost to the Falcons, in case you folks don't know. The game did end right as we started. Yeah, I mean, Josh trying to run and do everything on his own on that last drive, ended up throwing a pick. That is more than just wide receiver issues, but with these, I mean, look at the lines as well. And I don't know if it's just entirely scheme or if it's just more situational, but whenever the Chiefs do what they want, you like everybody there.
Yeah. But
whenever the line is just not holding up and Mahomes is having to scramble for his life and is getting more rushing yards than the running backs themselves, that's when, like he's eating all the calories, man.
Mm-hmm.
and that makes it rough. So that's where definitely whenever you're looking at teams, pay attention to not just wide receiver and not just the quarterback, but really kind of do a deeper dive into the lines and even the schemes and situations. It's funny. I mean, like on the Chiefs game, the Lions had a call, some touchdown get called back from Goff because he didn't get set properly in a formation shift. And the Chiefs do a lot of movement. So hopefully, if that's, if they change that rule to kind of work towards the Lions' favor, that might really affect the Chiefs and what they can do playbook wise. But I would add the Lions to this.
I was getting ready to say that
because but I would do that because the running backs are ate the most. Laporta is definitely relevant again, which makes my tight end heart happy because drafted you pretty high, dog.
Yeah.
Didn't really want to jump up and grab tight ends, but being at that final spot and that swing around, wasn't sure. So sometimes I'd rather be on the front end of tight end rush than on the back end. And so he's finally showing up. You had Williams eat this week as well. Both of those tremendously helped me beat Jason. Suck it.
Hold on. It's the end of the Monday night games. We got to double check.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, we're good. Yeah, he didn't have anybody that played.
Okay.
But yeah, Lions are definitely one to add to the list. An incredible team. Well coached. They've got a lot of injuries and injuries to their line, I believe, on both sides, offense and defense. And so, to add a little bit more to it, and then I'll pass it off back to you, Josh. But also look at the defenses, because the defenses really can dictate how hard the offense has to play. And if your defense is great and keeps them to 20 points, like the Chiefs did last year, your offense isn't going to have to try that hard. which means nobody's really putting out the buffet. It's just, hey, here's a TV dinner. go sit at the couch. You know what I mean? Like it. So look at the defenses as well. It's crazy. It's almost like this is a team sport, and everybody has influence on each other. I know, right? So weird.
So,
but
11 on 11. There's 22 people out there.
Yeah. Okay. But that's why, because we're going to talk about some of the healthier ones, some of the healthier diets.
Yeah.
Some of the worst defenses as well.
Right. But yeah, going back on the Lions, because that's a weird situation because Amon-Ra is the guy.
Oh yeah.
Right. It's not a Green Bay situation or a Kansas City situation. Like Rashee Rice, you would think is the guy, but he's not like Amon-Ra, St. Brown, like the guy. Like Seattle, JSN is the guy.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, Olave is the guy for the Saints. It's just he's not JSN, Garrett Wilson, like those type of levels. Get healthy, Garrett Wilson, because he's so great when he's on your fantasy team.
Man, right?
But yeah, going back with the Lions is that second tier, that Jameson Williams Tesla situation.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they're not like, it's not a bad situation if you have Amon-Ra, but if you have Jameson Williams, you're like, and then you have this past week and he goes off. Is he Gabe Davis? We don't know.
He felt very Gabe Davis to me.
Yeah.
Very much. But to kind of dive into the room, right? Because this is double wide. But talk about the Lions. You got Tesla. Started off not hot, but each week had this incredible one-handed catch that just spiked up everybody's meter on him. It was just like, dude, this kid is talented. Pick him up, bring him out. And he only got 8.3 points week 1, 3.9 week 2, then 2 goose eggs, and then 8.20, and then another goose egg against Kansas City. His snap percentage against Kansas City was the highest on the week. So playing high percentage of snaps, not getting a single target.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say that he is not at the table anymore.
No.
He's outside playing with the other kids. But Jameson Williams is kind of the opposite side of that spectrum, or not the opposite side of the spectrum, but kind of a little bit part of that coin too, because last year, phenomenal season, getting a total of what is that total at?
Jameson Williams for last year?
It looks like 212. I don't know. I was trying to look at like total points that he got, but he came through quite a bit for you. Week 1 this year, 6.6. Week 2, 22.8. So that was the spike right there. That is his highest count on the year. Then 6.3, 5.7, 2, and then he gets 18.6. So right whenever you're ready to write him off, like we talked about in punt, pass, kick last week, he gets an incredible, valuable game. And anybody listening, I am ready to trade.
Trade high, homie.
Yeah, trade high, because I'm still waiting on Pacheco to have a great game, and they'd be like, "Oh, here we go, y'all take him," because we talked about Gabe Davis. He is that Gabe Davis. And for you guys that haven't watched us, this is your first time. Welcome in. Thank you so much. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, let us know what you're thinking. But Gabe Davis is the worst fantasy player to have. I had a tumultuous relationship with him, as I'm sure other people did, but it was publicly reported or documented through the show, because it was just like, dude, has a great week. Oh, cool. I'm going to put him in next week. Has a shitty week. Okay, well, the matchup looks kind of good. Had a shitty week. Okay, cool. I'm sending your ass out. Had a good week. And it's like, motherfucker, like just whack-a-mole, but you're just missing every single time, and maybe getting 1 out of every 5. And Jameson Williams is like that. Week 2, 22.8. It's not until week 6 that he has a decent game. Has a game over 6.3 points, really. And he gets 18.6. So, anyways, that's my Jameson Williams rant. And I will accept any trade offers.
Yeah.
Anything.
They're lightning in a bottle. That's what those type of receivers are. It's like you have to know when it's going to.
It's more like static electricity.
I don't know.
It's more like static electricity. It just happens every now and then. It's a thing, but you're still annoyed when it does happen.
That's what it is. Is Tesla being on the team is sucking off all of his energy. Yeah, that phrase, you get what I'm saying, but that phrase could also be
crazy
taken another
because
way.
what's their coach's
The signs are there. The signs. I'm telling you. Shout out Jersey Jerry. The
That's right,
signs are
baby.
there.
Shout out Nikolai Tesla.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of patents.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, that's Lions. That is overeating. What do we got for the healthy one, man? Give me some like the good teams.
The good taste. The healthy diet is the Dallas Cowboys because not only is George Pickens, not only is Jake Ferguson getting his, eating right. You know who else is getting ready to come sit at the table, which he deserves to be back at, getting his seat right, is CD Lamb. Will be back. And you know what? I do not see either three of these receivers / tight end having a drop off. Thank you.
Yep.
Yes, the way they're setting up everything, and you can tell the offense is there. George is still happy. If only the defense was good, this team would be so great. Gosh, damn it! But
they're great for fantasy football.
But they're great for fantasy. We came into the season, we didn't think the running game would be good.
Points and tied.
Yeah,
not to bring it back, but I mean that's incredible, man.
Yeah, when
I want every other game besides the Chiefs game to be like that. 40 points in the tie.
This year's Dallas Cowboys is last year's Cincinnati Bengals. They've got to score a lot of points. They can score a lot of points. So you're just like if you have players on either team, you're happy. Yeah, because they're going to score.
Oh, Pickens, so good.
And the other one is the LA Rams. Now, this was before Puka got hurt. Tutu is coming back. Devontae, he's underperforming a little bit, but he's still getting his targets. It's not him. I mean, it's not the team. It's him of just catching the ball because he's getting his targets on that. And then the other one, the Colts, Michael Pittman, Tyler Warren, Josh Downs, he got his. I like what the Colts are doing. They're scoring a lot of points each week. I think this is the most points that they've scored in the season since like 1970 or 80. I don't know. It's ridiculous of how many points the Colts have put up this year. So they're happy about that. I put the Bears on there that I can demote them a little bit, but just because DJ Moore and Roman Dunze always get their targets. It just depends on when Caleb throws the ball. But as far as a wide receiver room that you're okay with is because Rome's going to get his and DJ's going to get his. It's a little shakier than the other three that I talked about is because of Caleb Williams. It's not really nothing about that. And then honorable mention, the San Francisco 49ers are in the hospital cafeteria.
Yeah, that one, people are eating, but for the wrong reasons.
Yeah. And the Bucks just got there. The Bucks just joined the San Francisco 49ers at the hospital cafeteria.
I was just going to use that cafeteria analogy. Like, the Niners are at a cafeteria, but everybody has to go, to third period or something. You know what I mean? Right. Like, so that's Bob. But the Bucks, man, they're looking so good. Baker.
Yeah.
I mean, we've said before, just give them the award now.
Right.
MVP, barring any injury of sort, but. And you got to love it because it's a young team. I mean, we're going to talk about a couple of those guys, the Johnson brothers, not actual brothers, but I'm going to talk about them in the waiver section. But for this wild card, the Rams, and their defense is mediocre, to good, as well as with the Colts. Colts got a pretty good defense. The Bears used to be known for defense, but not necessarily this year. It's to me, I mean, when you look at these teams, like the trend, right? What is that trend? And you have two main guys. You don't have 3, 4, 5. You have like two main guys. You got a 1A, 1B. Just comparatively, with the Chiefs, Rashee Rice is going to be that 1A. And then you got Worthy being 1B. And that's where they're not at that level right now, as far as for the stats that we're going off of for, kind of these rankings as far as empty pantry, overeating, or healthy diet. But by the week 10, they will definitely be there. And with Buffalo, I don't get it. Like, who's going to emerge? Who's going to step up? I mean, Keon Coleman was supposed to be that. Shakir, for me, passed the eye test, last year or the year before, and it was like, it's a good talent, but then just not getting it out. And might be an issue with just injuries on the line and such. But
Dalton Kincaid, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, Kincaid last week was great. But no, I mean, for the Bears, it's weird. Like they're good, but they're not. The noise around Caleb Williams has dampened quite a bit. I believe they are coming off a bye week. Is that right? Or maybe going to? We'll find out here soon.
Caleb Williams?
No, the Bears. They just came off the bye week. But yeah. So with that, I mean, you got Roman Dunze and who else?
DJ Moore. That's what I'm saying.
Where's Moore been? Where's Moore been?
He gets his. That's what I'm saying. Like he gets it. Like I said, like I'm almost had them fall back a little bit.
Yeah.
But like before that bye week, like it felt like Rome was getting his, but then DJ was always getting his targets. So I'm saying it has the potential to be that type of both guys are eating healthy based on how they're targeted.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But Caleb Williams is the problem. It's not the two receivers. Mm-hmm. So that's why the receiver room is eating great. It's just the problem is we have a bad chef.
Yeah. Inexperienced chef.
Yeah.
Overrated chef.
Yeah.
Nepotism chef.
We got the Swedish chef. Shout out to him. He's awesome.
Yeah. But he does have a pretty good line. He's got Joe Tooney playing for him, blocking for him. He used to block for Patrick Mahomes. I believe Brady as well. I think his rookie season he was there with Patriots. But yeah. I mean, looking at this, I would bump the Bears back, and I would, even though it's not like a level kind of thing, but I would bring the Chiefs in into healthy diet on perception. Or about to.
Yeah, no, that's like they're both healthy diets. Depends on how you dissect it. Like the other three teams, that's a healthy diet. Like there's just no way. You're great.
Indiana Jones, bro. That has been incredible to see. And your honorary mention with the 49ers. I mean, Mac Jones really kind of battling through quite a bit. So we'll see what happens whenever the other quarterback gets in. But McCaffrey, I mean, he's the man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We don't have receivers. Okay, cool. I'll play that. Like,
Right.
What's next? Tight end?
Yeah.
I mean, if he can throw, why don't you just play quarterback, bro?
He's in the stands and not timeout serving nachos. He can do everything.
Yeah. Yeah. He's there at was it Home Depot or Lowe's with Dak Prescott?
Right. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. But no, I love it, man. Anything else for this wild card segment entitled Double Wide?
No, that's about it. But we've got some chats rolling in.
Let's get them.
Before we move on. Let's see here. I was going to say Swift as my punt, but he should. Yeah, he was going to put him as like, nope, I don't want to do that. But then DeAndre Swift ended up cracking the top 10. He had about 190 yards all purpose and a touchdown. What did he end up with? Yeah, he had 108 and 67. So yeah, about all right. So like 170 something all purpose yards and a touchdown. So yeah, I would be punting on him. But he might cause you headaches because he'll do this one week and then he'll be crap the other week. But maybe it might be starting something good. Yay, Ryan, he finally won.
Let's go.
Woo! Yeah.
And look, you son of a bitch. This is your second win, okay? Don't get cocky and act like it's the only one you got, okay? Because you beat my ass, not by much, but you beat my ass. So this is your second win, bro. Congratulations. No, he's got a good team. But yeah, kind of talking about sorry, what were you saying immediately right before that?
No, just rolling through these.
What was the previous comment?
Oh, just the Swift about
Swift. I mean, it was your punt as far as not playing. You can still punt and you can trade him. I mean, just like I'm gonna be doing with Jamison Williams. Cool. Great game. Thank you so much for contributing to this win. Here's your, notice.
Right.
Because you are leaving, sir, because you didn't show up 3-4 weeks prior. And unless you see a certain trend or something, injury-wise, looks like it works out. But yeah. What else we got for the chats? Let's run through these.
Yep. Well deserved on his win. 2 and 4 because of that Jaden Daniels fumble. Yes, Jaden Daniels fumbled the ball, which basically cost him the game. Sorry about that, George.
Glad I pivoted from Daniels to Mahomes.
Yeah. I lost an extra point a few weeks back. I'm up 2-4 after this week. See, you've won multiple.
Yeah,
you have.
God, you act like this pity party, bro. Come on, man.
Oh,
you're in the mix.
We've all been a part of that pity party, man. How do you think? Like we get 4 of our viewers based off our pity parties. Like,
oh yeah,
come on.
Yeah, that's good content.
What's up, Jake? Welcome back. CD back
good
next week. I got him and Rice, who I think is back next week. I just lost to Buka and Wilson. Don't too soon. My team is an injury nightmare. Yes, they're planning CD to practice Wednesday, which could be CD saying he's practiced Wednesday. If you didn't know, remember when he got the high ankle sprain and CD's like, "Oh, I'm gonna play next week." You ain't gonna play next. You weren't gonna play next week. But this is about that time that if they might test him on Wednesday, so just be on your phones and all your reports for the next for this week because CD could be coming back. Elber here. What's up, guys? New subscriber. Thank you, Elber. Thank you so much. If you didn't know, we are here every Monday night, 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern, to bring you all the fantasy insight that we possibly can from our brains to your listening ears.
And my brain's not working that well tonight, so
sometimes it just doesn't work.
It's working as well as my computer has today.
But we're gonna make it entertaining, and so but we love every comment that you got, and thank you for the subscription. Got offered Genty and Derrick Henry for my HN and Pollard full PPR. What do you guys think? Just gotta leave this question to you, and then I'll give my 2 cents.
Yeah, no, you're good. I mean, Genty is showing promise now after a slow start, and man, I don't know if that's enough to give up HN though. Man. And then the Henry and Pollard. I'd rather have HN and Pollard, honestly. I would pass on that. But yeah, I mean, I know you're the Genty guy, man. You giving that up to get Genty on your team?
Yes, I would take Genty and Derrick Henry because Lamar's going to be coming back, which makes Derrick Henry a number 4 middle force, and they're behind the 8 ball. You want to wait. You want to hope that they start winning. Well, they start winning, and then Genty is only getting better as the season's gone on. Ever since he had that big 30-point swing, he has been pretty consistent for that. Where Pollard, you're lucky if he gets a touchdown. Achane has to do everything, which he's been doing right now. Mm-hmm. But can he stay?
Don't say it. Don't you say it.
All right. I'm not going to say it. I'm not good.
I promise he will never die.
Everyone thinks I'm going to do. Flip out, man.
All right. But I just feel like there's better value in Genty and Henry. Mm. There's Fuller, Achane and Pollard with Achane ceiling. So.
Oh man, I'm ride or die with Achane right now.
It's tough to give up Achane.
And I mean Henry. I mean, hey, he had an incredible last year, but even when he had Lamar,
not bad for a running back.
Still wasn't doing much, bud. I'm not expecting shit from that team this year, except shit. That's what I am expecting from them. But that might just be a little bit of the hater in me.
I don't even know if I got a full roster next week if CD isn't back. That's okay. There's a bunch of receivers on the waiver wire, especially if you we'll get into that here in a second. Got Wilson, Ibuka, Bucky, Lamb, and Benson. Thank God Rice is coming back. Yeah. You have a ward of team of a bench there. Of all the injuries. You got short bench and 1 IR in my league. I don't know who to cut unless you think just to cut Benson. Yes, I would cut Benson. Well, hold on. Let me go back.
He's on IR, though, still.
Yeah, he's on IR. I mean, he only has 1 IR spot, so he's putting who else do you have on IR, Jake? I'll let you know which one to drop. I mean, if Benson's there, because Benson's going to be the guy when he comes back because Connor's out for the year. So let me know what that is. As a Jets fan, do I even care about Wilson after -10 passing day? Yeah. Well, you should worry about Wilson. Let me put that back up. You should worry about Wilson based on the fact that he's injured, and I just how long a hyperextended knee is going to do. But you shouldn't feel bad as long as he doesn't go up against the best corner in the league, which is Patrick Surtain. if you go up against the best corner in the league, yeah, Garrett Wilson will, and plus when he high breaks in his knee. So,
Yep.
But
there you go. I got you on that one. Yeah. So yeah, he's saying Lamb's on the IR.
Yeah, I think
Lamb was just out. I didn't know.
Yeah, I don't know how you're able to put him on the IR. I mean, I would switch. I would put.
Yeah, Wilson, Ibuka, Bucky, Lamb. Yeah, because with Rice coming back, maybe see if we can do a trade. You've got time, so you don't have to drop him right in. But I mean, if Lamb is in your IR, if he should be coming off, which means Benson, you can kind of get in there. Yeah. So maybe you got to do some quick swaps. Do it at like 2 a.m. Everybody's asleep. So you can drop Benson and then pick him up or something.
There's got to be someone.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously Benson was a pickup off of waivers, but there's got to be someone on your roster that is worse than those guys. At least because I would say like Benson off the top of my head, but that's a starting running back when he comes back.
Yeah.
So it's like you just got to, if you push come to shove, you take CD off, put Benson on, and hope CD plays. You might have just to roll with it 1 week because Lamb is right around the corner of coming back. So you might just have to roll with it for the fact that you just can't sacrifice that value knowing that they're going to come back.
Yeah, because I mean, as soon as you drop Benson on your waiver wire, the Hawks are going to fucking circle and they're going to be lined up to get it. Honestly, I'm a kind of a night owl, so usually I'm still up at 2:00 when the waivers go through.
Right.
So I see who all dropped. I'm like, oh, bop, 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 bop. Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then still 1-5. Rough year, but rough start, man. You still got a lot of time. Usually it's week 15. So when the playoffs kind of get started. So yeah, man, still some time, bud. Still some time. Injuries are gonna happen, unfortunately. And but yeah, I would take a Gen 2 side personally. But was waiting for you. Yeah, man. I mean, it's either way, you're getting good quality and talent. I can't give up H-Chan. I can't. Not for that. And Albert, yeah, man, thank you for liking and subscribing and jumping in the chats. And there's one last one. I don't know. I don't have to take him out in Yahoo as long as he's out, unless I cut or move another player. Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, push comes to shove. And unless there's someone that's worse than those other guys, I would just bite the bullet and put Lamb in because he has a shot of playing. So
well, bud, it's been good. Sometimes you got to say goodbye.
Yeah.
So we're saying goodbye, wild card, but we're saying hello to all you waivers. That's right. Wave with your dead hand too.
Take my strong hand.
Got my strong hand, child. Beep boop. Oh man.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Drop him. Drop Haskins.
Yeah. But anyways, this is the waiver section. So great questions. Leads us right into the topic. This is the time where we kind of look at kind of who's trending upwards, but we also really look at who's available. And we've got quite a bit of injuries, right? I mean, we're talking about Lamb coming back. We're talking about Wilson going out, Ibuka going out. Irving is still out. So White is still going to be the guy to go for. They got Nakua. You got Sanders retiring, dude. It's wild. But hey, I mean, health over wealth, I guess in that. But he's still going to be doing all right. He's got some good contracts. Then Murray with the foot strain. Reset looked pretty good. Serviceable. But then the Harrison concussion, but then also Tarvarius Ward getting injured.
Dude, and Anthony Richardson too.
Anthony Richardson's with the freaking
he broke his,
man, that's wild.
Like
orbital fracture.
Orbital fracture from a freaking stretch band. I can't do stretch bands anymore.
Yeah. I mean, of course, they got more tension and force we could ever have.
Right.
But man, I guess it just snapped maybe. I mean, and then that is wild. For one, that just happened, period. But then also to have on top of that another injury. Of course, this isn't the injury section, but just kind of going through those because those do affect your waiver wire. Josh, who's kind of the ones you're eyeing this week?
So if you haven't picked him up, you need to stash him, which is Sam Darnold. We kind of alluded to on that. Quarterback-wise, if you really need to stream someone, obviously Mac Jones could be out there. I would stream him. Who the heck does the Bengals play? Because I would stream Joe Flacco. They get the Steelers.
Joe Flacco?
They get the Steelers. Their defense is suspect this year. So I mean,
the most expensive defense. They're going to show up sometime, man. They got to show up to work. They're getting paid. They got to show up to work.
They haven't. They've been okay this year.
Oh, yeah.
And Joe Flacco kind of got his footing against a better defense, arguably, in the Green Bay Packers. So, as long as TJ Watt, like he goes from, that's kind of crazy. Like, here, congratulations, Joe. Go and face Michael Parsons and TJ Watt again.
Yeah.
Great. That's what you want to do, right? Anyway, I just think that he could be a good spot start for there. And then immediately drop him after.
Or at least just, grab him because, they do play the Jets that following week and then Chicago. Got 18.76 this week. That's good. It's not the 30s like some other people have got, but compared to what he has, that's his high. 12.2 week 1, then 8.76, 3.68, 1.26, and then didn't play against Minnesota. So it is one of those things where the numbers don't look great, but you've got to have a hard line before this week and cut it off because it's a completely different team. And he's got so many better weapons to throw to.
He figured in the second half, Jamar Chase is down there, and it's working. So he has Jamar Chase and T. Higgins to throw to. It's just he's got a decent enough ball. Just get in Jamar Chase and T. Higgins vicinity. They typically will catch it. They have the best receiving core in the country, and they just don't have anyone to throw them the ball. It's just sad.
Yeah.
But
and also, sorry, I didn't mention it, but the bye weeks, right? So this week we had the Houston Texans and the the Minnesota Vikings. This coming week 7, you have the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. So still sitting good with just 2 teams, but the Ravens, not as prolific as they had been. But you do have the Bills, so you got some key players really on each of them. But yeah, so definitely be considering that. If you got Josh Allen, right, who are you looking to fill in? For me,
like I said,
yeah, right, that's what you said. But for me, I'm going to say Spencer Rattler. He's been pretty serviceable. 11.46 week 1, 21.68 week 2, 11.72, 13.94, 19.10, 12.08. Right, so pretty much 12 points has been his floor, or 11 and a half. Not great, not what you love. But they're going to be going against Chicago, who's a meh defense. But then they might have a little bit of a shootout with the Bucks because the Bucks defense hasn't been as good either. Because they have been having to win in the fourth quarter. But yeah, I would say he's a good look. Bryce Young also looks pretty good, man. We had him on our dynasty team. He didn't do shit for us, but he's actually doing fairly serviceable. His high has been 22.32 in week 2 against Arizona, and he just got 18.46 against Dallas. They go to play the Jets, but then they got Buffalo and Green Bay coming up. But yeah, anybody else in quarterbacks that kind of catch your eye?
Michael Penix Jr. His past 2 weeks that he's played, he went 24, then he went 5-3 or 5-5, and then he went 19 against Washington, and they just put up 14 against Buffalo. So go with the people that we said
Penix on their waiver. You guys are idiots.
Well, I understand why he went 5-5 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
So that's why. Now, these are. Go with what we've said before, Michael Penix. But if push comes to shove, because they get San Francisco next week. So if push comes to shove, yes, but I probably wouldn't have Michael Penix on my team. But just don't.
Well, but here's the thing: 49ers, Fred Warner is out.
Yeah, that was sad.
So injuries are happening on the defense as well for the Niners, which very well could affect you targeting them or not. Not being the defense they were. But yeah, I mean, I Sam Darnold. I mean, come on, somebody in our league, pick him up. You guys are dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got two QBs that I'm all right with, but but running backs is the big question for me.
Yes,
a lot of my rooms are thin.
Right.
Got some hungry hippos I need to feed, bud.
Yeah.
What are you looking at?
Obviously, Kamani Vidal, if he's not on your team, he should be now. Because he's won at least through 1 week, he is the guy for the Chargers. Stash Jaden Blue since Miles Sanders went out. He didn't get any carries whatsoever. He was a healthy scratch, so that was kind of odd. But with Miles Sanders coming out, because there's not a lot of running backs to nab, at least he showing something there. Sean Tucker for the Bucks with Bucky Irvin being out, he is splitting carries with Rashad White. Again, if there's deep leagues, you're just needing someone to start, Sean Tucker would be fine. There was someone else. Oh, Bam Knight for the Arizona Cardinals. He's getting touchdowns at least.
I'm getting a lot of attention, a lot of juice right now.
Yeah. But I mean, other than there's no one like, that guy other than Vidal Kamani based off of 1 week.
Yeah.
Other than that, those are just guys to stash just because of the situation they're in.
Yep. And it might not hit next week for Vidal, but you still, I mean, if you're needing to strengthen your room, you need to pick him up. And I know one of the leagues I got RJ Harvey, right? Still.
Yeah.
Just because it was like, there's really not a whole lot to drop for. This is the week. RJ Harvey, thank you. Bye-bye now.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going for Vidal. And I do like Knight. I like the opportunity that could be there. There with the Cardinals. Algier. That's another one that it's every other week, right? So week 1, 2.4 against the Buccaneers. Week 2, 15 points against the Vikings. Week 3, 1.4 against Carolina. Week 4, 11.1 against Washington. They had a bye week last week. And then this week, week 6, 10.8. So he's been doing evens and odds. So he might have a bad week, but it is San Francisco. And man, I don't know, just after that Bills win tonight, I mean, Atlanta looks fucking jacked. I mean, they look like they're running around 10 feet tall like the Giants as far as maybe like a little bit of energy and momentum. And so who knows? I mean,
they're frisky.
Yeah.
They are frisky.
Yeah. And the 49ers are still a good defense, even though Fred Warner is going to be out. And Fred Warner is a seasoned veteran. So you know that there's going to be a rookie that has been waiting for an opportunity. Maybe not a rookie, but, a young buck. So the defense could even get better. We'll find out. But yeah, I think Algier, if you're desperate, that's a healthy scratch. Davis tonight actually got 9.9 off of 2 targets and got a touchdown. I mean, if you're having to play Ray Davis, sorry about your fantasy team. But yeah, anybody else running backs that you're looking at? I mean, look at different leagues to see if there's anybody.
No.
Of note.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Jake Jackson Dart. You can take a flyer on Jackson Dart. You're just going to have to deal with the ups and downs and hope he doesn't kill himself with how he runs. But he's fun to watch. But I don't know. But I get what you're saying. For sure, yes. Of those, I would definitely take a flyer over Jackson Dart than Joe Flacco. Put it that way, as far as my tiers are concerned. But yes, Sam Darnold is available in a lot of leagues that I've seen. Surprisingly, he's just because he's Sam Darnold. That's why. Yeah. It's just you're not excited to have
him.
He's vanilla.
Yeah. But he's still cream.
He's nice cream. Hey, it's still ice cream, and ice cream's still great.
Yeah.
So
and it's cream.
Yep.
Playing at the top.
Yep.
Yeah, Gump and Pennywise, buddy movie, please. Thank you. Hey, you know what? Off season, that might be fun to do. With AI,
Yeah.
don't limit it. Yeah,
I don't know who Georgie is, but apparently he is popular.
Yeah. I don't know why, but Pennywise always kind of sound like Cornholio to me, like in the new movies. You know what I mean, right? Do you hear it now?
Well, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. My name's Pennywise. I'm in a sewer. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, Jake says I did get White the second Bucky went out, definitely. And that was a savior. And it looks like it's gonna be a savior for another week for you. Anthony Richards just a walking disaster. I'm shocked. He's on the Colts instead of the Jets. My team. Oh man, yeah, right. That sounds like something we do. Last guy to make playoffs for us got stabbed in an alley. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't, and also, Dave, man, don't throw your Jets name out there with Anthony Richardson. They might just do it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
You
put it past
guys
the
be
Jets.
cleaning house, man. And yeah, there's some young backups that could show some promise.
Yeah.
But yeah, then Bam Knight as Jets fan, I liked him. Yep, didn't know he was on Cardinals. Yeah, serviceable guy, definitely. Yeah, and there's so much movement lately, and I mean, still happening too. So definitely be paying attention to the news, and because you could see this week, definitely within the next 3 weeks, working up to the trade deadline, you could see quite a bit of change happening. And just wondering why does it say Chiefs next to Brees Hall instead of Jets? Why does that happen? I don't know. But yeah, Josh, anything else? Running backs, we're getting on time, so we can run through some of the rest of them who are wide receivers. I know we're going to do a dive, but tight ends, kickers, defense. Anybody else you're kind of eyeing right now?
Tight end wise, AJ Barner for the Seattle Seahawks. He is emerging as a guy who's getting targets, who's not named JSN for the Seattle Seahawks. Yeah, no, these waivers and stuff we're talking about. Oh, the Seahawks good at offense. Who knew? We just don't talk about it. But Sam Darnold's a serviceable quarterback who you're happy he's in your starting lineup. JSN is just a gem. Yeah, they're such buttes, right? The gyms. Yeah. But yeah, AJ Barner for the past few weeks. I mean, these past 3 weeks have been very good for him. He had a bad week 3, but other than that, he's been pretty decent. And again, it's just all about targets, and AJ Barner's getting them. So if Jake Tom just isn't on your team, you should. Harold Fannin, Dylan Gabriel threw the ball 52 times.
Yeah,
Fannin was catching a lot of them. Dylan Gabriel's not the guy again for the Browns, but Fannin, if he's on the waiver wire, he's a good start. Yeah, and that's pretty much all I got for that. So for that, kickers, defenses. Whoever goes against the Cowboys, pick their kicker. I don't know. Just bad defenses. Pick the kicker, and whoever plays the Jets, pick their defense. It's kind of the easiest way to figure it out.
Yeah, and McManus, we don't know what that's going to look like for Week 7, but Havarisk is their backup. But yeah, Harrison Butker kind of had a little bit of a rough game. Yeah, not too sure about that one. But I mean, you got Boswell. They're going to be playing Cincinnati. So with the revitalized Flacco, that could be a pretty good scoring affair.
Something about Flacco that I miss. I can't quite put my finger on it, but there was something I trusted more about Flacco.
Yeah, and but yeah, that could be a good one there. Defense wise, yeah, this is where kind of some of the crapshoot is, because I would have said, pick Carolina or not Carolina. Oh shoot! Now I'm trying to think of the NFD offense that was going to target
the Jets.
Nah, God dang it!
Carolina,
Anyways, yeah. What defenses are you looking at? Sorry, I got to collect my thoughts again.
You're good. Like I said, any defense that plays the Jets, I'm good with that. Seattle Seahawks for sure.
Mhm.
They get a lot of pressure. Yeah, the Seattle Seahawks, I just really like their defense a whole lot. Los Angeles Chargers defense is kind of fallen off. Cleveland's always a good defense, but their offense is so bad that their defense has to stay on the field the whole time. So it's just sucky. So whoever plays the Jets, which is the Carolina Panthers, so I guess pick up the Carolina Panthers because they're playing the Jets this week. And the Seattle Seahawks. So those are my two.
Yep. Just God, dude, that Denver game, brutal. But the wide receivers really do want to hit on this, and the Johnson brothers. For me, it's Cameron Johnson. He got half the snaps, got 16.4 fantasy points in our league. No, I'm in the wrong league. Sorry. But anyways, yeah. He's my pick. You also got Tez, Johnson brothers, man. What do you like about him? And is it because they make baby oil?
Yeah. No, it's because because Baker Mayfield is on another level right now. Yeah. So whoever is receiver for them, both Johnson's 8. Tez is getting a little bit more of the publicity over Cameron Johnson, just because he can't take the top off the ball. As far as
he was the one that did the flip too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I would,
but he also thought everybody was chanting MVP for him.
That was a hilarious video.
That
was hilarious. It was even like he was even admitting, it was just like, why they chant for me? I haven't done nothing yet. He's like, it's for Baker, man. He goes, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense, man.
Yeah, that makes sense. But at least he was just like, why they chanting for me?
Yeah. Oh man, I love that moment.
Yeah, but yeah, I would say Tez just because Tampa obviously they used a draft pick on him, and he's a lot of the Tampa Bay people are really excited about Tez as well. So that, and so I think Tez is the guy in this situation going forward with Ibuka being out, and who knows when Mike Evans, Godwin keeps coming back on and off the field. You really don't know. This could be, it is kind of it's kind of like the Haskins Vidal situation last week. Like, who do you go with? It's a 50-50 shot. I would go with Tez.
Yep. I'm going to go with Johnson.
Yeah, there you go. That's the way to solve the issue.
But yeah, a few wide receivers I'm looking at of note to watch, at least Chris Moore. They're with Washington. He's been getting some decent snap percentages, 70, 59. It's not populating what he got this week, but he got 13.6 points, had 5 targets. Very good. 3 receptions for 46 yards and a touchdown. And so, yeah, he could definitely be contributing to your team. And then the other one was Van Jefferson, right? Now, did he not play for the Rams in every other team?
Yeah, he's played for every other team.
Yeah. He had a decent day, but I mean, his snap percentage jumped for the Raiders game. And was there an injury or of some sort? It was Calvin Ridley. That's what it was. Calvin Ridley was out this week. What did he get injured with?
Bad decisions.
Oh, there we go. It was hamstring. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, with Brian Callahan getting fired, that is a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
Of epic proportions, really. So,
I
mean, is there anybody on the Titans that you're touching?
Like I said, Tony Pollard, just because he's the main guy.
Yeah.
So I started him in a couple places just because he was the last of at least he's a starter value. I wasn't happy about it either.
Right. But
I wish
a little bit of points.
But yeah, I mean, he gets you a little bit of whatever, but if you have a good team around it, then it's like, all right, I just need you to do, your floor is 2.
Yeah.
Get me 4.
God, I would have loved to just get 0.7 points more today.
Yeah.
That's how much we lost by, folks.
Yeah.
0.7.
Yeah.
But yeah, anybody else on the waivers, man? I mean, Slim Pickens, but there is some good that come with it. I mean, talk about those injuries and, talking like Tim Patrick. Is that a guy you really care about?
No.
No.
As far as if they're not on your roster, why you should roster them? Marquise Brown, Keyshawn Booty, Kendrick Bourne, Troy Franklin. I don't think either. Troy Franklin, he had a bad game, yes, but he's at least something to roster. And obviously, where is it? Oh, damn it.
Yeah, while you find that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's been on and off rosters. This is the part of we kind of alluded to with the wide receiver room. This is that kitty table situation where it's like, is it Stephon Diggs? And then it's Keyshawn Booty. And then it's Stephon Diggs again. And then it's Keyshawn Booty. Like, it's tough to really know. All I know is
Douglas 8 today, Demario Douglas.
Yeah. The one thing I do like, and I would still roster Booty, is because Drake May is showing himself to be a really good quarterback in the league. Does it result in amazing fantasy points? Not necessarily, but he always has a team. That team will be in it. Much like, and Drake May typically makes decent decisions. He is a starting quarterback, and I think so that's what I would say to roster him. If you haven't rostered Kendrick Bourne last week, you weren't watching the show. I saw him. He's not rostered in some leagues, and I'm wondering why. Hollywood Brown's weird. Every time he's come up on your show, he's weird. Just because he had a decent week this week, but you're getting your whole receiving course back. And Juju's kind of been more the third guy than Hollywood's become. It will end up being like the fourth option. Now, who knows? But it's just the fact that here he's either the third or fourth option and not Rashee Rice or Xavier, then Worthy. Then it's tough. Even though he's worth, it's like, should I pick him up because he's on the Chiefs? Yeah, but
Yeah, and for folks at home, like when he's talking about like the third option, I mean, you throw Travis Kelce in at number 3.
Right.
So you got Rice, you got Worthy, then you got Kelce. And honestly, with those the remaining, as far as Juju and Hollywood, you got to throw in Noah Gray. He has been getting quite a bit of attention, and even whenever Kelce is there, he's getting some pretty good touches. And so that would stay away from there. But Shepard. Maybe also a good start in short term. Did he play college with Baker? Yes. I know you're new to the show, bud, but I'm a big Oklahoma fan and live in Oklahoma. And yes, they did play together, and which is why whenever they picked him up from New York, I loved it. Hasn't really shown as a great fantasy option, though.
No,
I think he's a great locker room guy, and probably kind of helps in kind of communicating with Baker kind of to that. But yeah, he's just not getting as much touches, and this was the weekend he would have. And I don't even know what he got on the week. He got 7 points, which last week he got 11.9. He got 12 in week 3. So, not terrible. But he also got 6.9, 7.4, and 4. And I mean, you might see a little bit of a step up with Detroit. Then they play New Orleans and they have a bye week. But I feel like if he was really going to have a big step forward, it was going to be this week. And he actually got less targets than he did in the previous weeks. And that was when they had Godwin. That was when they had Mike Evans. And Buka is just taking it all by storm. But then also you got the Johnson brothers coming in and getting what they have. So, I mean, if there's something, kind of showing indication-wise, it might be worth it. But definitely Oklahoma guys, so you're not wrong on that. Yeah, Ryan saying, don't flip. We're down 3 wide receivers already. Yeah, you're not wrong, man. And I think Baker said, if I was 142 pounds, I could probably fly as well.
Right.
Talking about that backflip.
Yeah.
Tez, I very much liked out of Oregon. He got dinged for 40 time. Okay, as far as his combine maybe, but his game speed is so much better. Yeah, and I mean the 40 is a good measurement to have, but it's definitely not the truth of the matter. And Ted's the 3rd rounder.
No, he wasn't. He was a 7th rounder.
7th. There we go. Yep.
Yeah, he's a 7th rounder.
All right, you got that one wrong, but you did get Oklahoma right.
Yep.
Yeah. And then, why Hollywood now? Nope. There we go. Og Cash HB. What's up, guys? I had a question. I'm 1-4. Should I trade CMC and Ibuka and Henderson for JT and Gibbs? Ooh.
You don't need to put Henderson in there, but I would do it.
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor is the most consistent running back in the league. And Gibbs is freaking Jahmyr Gibbs. So on the best offense in the league, not named the Kansas City Chiefs, because they have no run game still. They're a little bit better, but the Kansas City Chiefs still didn't really have that great run game. But I would do CMC and Ibuka for JT and Gibbs.
Yeah. Now, CMC, I mean, just with the same argument that you had on the previous question. I mean, he's having to do so much. Injury. Could that very much happen? I mean, JT is on a very healthy team that looks poised and controlled.
CMC is taking his own players out one game at a time to keep himself healthy.
He is a
Fred Warner was the last casualty.
Yeah. It seems he's gonna start playing linebacker now too.
Yeah.
This just in. He's a black hole. It's swallowing everything up. Yeah. Now here's a big question though. I mean, because it's right. So we're looking at CMC and JT, right? But then we also look at Ibuka and Gibbs. Ibuka, top wide receiver, but you're also giving up another running back spot. Right. So, I mean, we talk about wide receivers kind of a dime a dozen sometimes, but yeah, and Henderson though, they're throwing in Henderson as well, which is weird. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would, like I said, I would just do, like you said in the last comment, I would just do CMC and Ibuka for those two. They might not bite on it right now because Ibuka's hurt, but it's a good trade for sure. Either way, I'd be happy with either way because really and truly, JT and CMC are kind of a wash for the consistency that they do. So you're really you're betting on each person's bet on the fact that Gibbs is going to be, his floor is still going to be as good as it is, even though he splits carries. And is Ibuka with his hamstring still going to be the top guy? Because Baker's slinging it better than anyone in the league, or at least top 5 in the league as far as how he's passing the ball. So if Ibuka's healthy, he's going to get his. But typically, I would go with a running back that touches the ball more than Ibuka. Because some days Ibuka's like 4 for 78. It's good 4. It's probably a touchdown involved in there, but it's still only 5 targets. Gibbs is going to get targets on top of touches.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, no, I like it. And then also, sorry. Yeah, that is the right one. Then Jake, I thought Tez should have been a 3rd rounder coming out of college. Okay. Yeah. And then it was the 40 big game tape showed he's fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, man. I mean, incredible agility and acceleration. And it showed in that play, which is why everybody is talking about Tez this week. Okay, so that is it. Let's keep moving, man. Bro, if you guys got him at home, up. We got to, a little weird. Nope. 20. All right, so this is where we talk about who you're going to punt, pass, or kick in that situation. And you know what, man? Let's just blow some smoke, bro. That's right. What is going on up here? Thank you, Charlie, for that. But this is the punt, pass, kick portion. Punt, meaning that you're keeping them on your team. You're just not going to play them that week. Bad matchup. If there's a bye week, yeah, obviously. But this is the ones that maybe just doesn't really seem like it's a good fit for this week. And but then the pass is not meaning that you're going to pass on them. It actually means that you're going to pass to them. That's the Hail Mary. That is what you're going to try to do to get that first down in that 4th and 20 situation. And then a kick. That's who you're going to get the fuck away from your team. And I'm going to start off.
Okay.
Because my kick, still Jameis Williams. He had a great day. Absolutely phenomenal. Loved it. But this is probably going to be the highest his stock is going to be all season. I mean, it'd be great if he could get 30 points every week. But that's not realistic for pretty much any wide receiver. And especially for his situation. I mean, if there's a big injury that happens, it's Amon-Ra St. Brown or, Tesla or even like Montgomery and Gibbs who get a lot out of the passing game too. But yeah, I have got to get rid of him. But yeah, who's your punt, passing kick? I just want to get that out of the way.
Yeah. So I am punting. This was even before he got concussed, but I'm just kind of done with him as Marvin Harrison Jr. It doesn't matter who his quarterback is. It feels like he takes one step forward, 2 steps back every game.
Yeah.
Because it's like, where were you? And then he mosses somebody. And it's just like, all right, he still got it, but it's just something is not connecting there. And I don't know what it is. It might be the organization. It might be him. I don't know. But the talent is there. And that's what is frustrating watching that. I am passing because he's been on your bench all season, and that's because you don't want him to. I'm passing. It's time to put him in, ladies and gentlemen. Rashee Rice. He will now be in your starting lineup. For now on, moving forward until he does something stupid again, or unfortunately gets hurt. But yes, I don't care. He's coming off of ACL. He's coming off this, coming off of that, all the stuff. He's done his time, all that stuff. Rashee Rice will be back, and it would be great. So put him in your lineup. You're happy that you waited this long, and hopefully your season is not done because of it.
And they're playing the Raiders.
Max
Crosby is going to be getting at Patrick. They have a pretty famous banter, actually, if you watch some of the film. But yeah, that is going to be a good game. I'm excited for that one.
Yeah.
Who are you kicking?
I wish I had a fart sound effect because I am kicking Bischoff Tootin. Tootin. Yes, he still gets his carries and does nothing. Cam Scadaboo was drafted after him.
Yeah.
So what are we doing? You know what I'm doing? I'm putting him in the waivers, and someone else can figure out that because I'm done with that.
Yeah. So. No. Anything else on yours, man?
No. I'm just interested to see what Rashee Rice does. I tried to trade for Rashee Rice a couple of times, in the past few weeks, just to be like, okay, if I can get him, because I was having to take advantage of the fact that I don't know that the Chiefs' offense. I don't know, man. So I was trying to get him, striking when the iron was hot, and no one bid on it. They're like, well, wait and see. I was like, no, you saw it. You see what's going on,
they suck. Right? They're terrible.
They're terrible. They can't move the ball. Yeah. Whatever. No,
they're 1-3. Come on.
Yeah.
You don't want this. And then that last week they looked good. And it was like shit.
Yeah.
There goes that window. That window was just like on you.
Yeah, but that's pretty much Rashee Rice. He's going to be really good again.
So for mine, we talked about the kick. My punt is going to be Michael Carter. I'm not going to drop him.
No,
but just with Bam Knight kind of getting into the mix, I'm just not going to play him if I don't have to. And Trey Benson's situation, we'll kind of see how long that is. That how long is that? Did we get any timeline on that injury? As far as a few weeks or something. I mean, it's IR, so at least 4 weeks, and that was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Michael Carter, you're staying on the team. Just sit this one out, bud. I'm fine with doing 2 wide receivers my flex instead of having a running back. Because it's just enough to kind of scare me on that. And then the pass as far as who I am putting in. Man, I mean, it's just kind of weird to look at some of the names and kind of say it, but I'm going to put in Isaiah Pacheco. Staying on the running backs.
Okay.
It is the Raiders. It is division. And the guy has to have a 10-point game at some point this season. He had a 12.8 against Baltimore.
Is Kareem Hunt going to snipe those? Is Brashard Smith going to start getting more carries?
Yeah, it's not a smart pick. I didn't say that. All right.
Oh no,
it's 4th and 20. If you're not high, then what are we doing here? just call it and go home. Now I just division games, and he looked good this week. Like I said, Smith did get a couple, some yardage chunks from him. Kareem Hunt as well. But I just think law of averages, right? And just statistical probability, it's got to hit some point. And I would love for it to hit this week against Vegas because there's quite a bit of running backs. And I'm not looking, folks, I'm not looking at the whole spectrum of running backs. I'm looking at what I have.
Right.
Amongst my teams, what am I going to do? And this is just kind of that long shot, right? This isn't 4th and 10. It's not 4th and 5. It's 4th and 20. And I think it could hit. I think the dam is going to break. I think Pacheco is at least going to get 15 points. He's going to get, one tutty, either, on the ground or in the air, and maybe 80 rushing yards. It's not going to be a historic game, but it is going to be something that is going to help me win against some guy named Tommy John. I don't even know who that is in that league, but you're going down big jackets. All right. But yeah, that is mine, man. Now we have some in the chat. All right. So Ryan and Giv, thank you so much sticking around. They are in our Discord, and we put the question in there, and they gave us our punt pass. Any other notes while I try to find this?
Yeah. Obviously, Jake was starting to put his punt pass in. That was the only.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, Jake definitely put it in the chat.
Yeah, put in the chat. I think. Here's Ryan's. I got Ryan's.
Yes. No, I was having you vamp while I found Ryan's.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. The punt. He's going to do Michael Carter as well. That's crazy. Pass is a Dunze, right? Teflon Don.
Mm-hmm.
Kick is Hassan Haskins. If I need the roster spot, yeah. And kind of the same thing with Carter. It is 1 week. It's a small sample size. Haskins may get that next week, but yeah, that would definitely be at the top of my cut list. If you're trying to fill up some gaps that, maybe Josh Allen is going to leave, James Cook is going to leave, and anybody on the Baltimore Ravens, if you still trust them. I don't. But I like that. That's a good one. And then what does Jake have down there for us?
Yeah, Jake has his punt is Trayvon Henderson, I guess, or RJ Harvey. Is you're scared to cut him. Yeah, I understand that. He didn't kick anyone. I guess Bashal Tootin, because he said he liked that earlier. A pass is Rice with him back.
Oh yeah,
yeah. It's great minds, Jake. Great minds.
Yeah,
on that. But yeah, he did say that he dropped Tootin. However you spell it, for Haskins on Chargers, but he's just hoping Wright does it because I've been holding on him with all the injuries. Yeah, so that's the thing is the people that took Rice, they were like, okay, I've got to hopefully have a good team around here, and if I can last for 6 weeks and have a decent record, when I put Rice in, it's really going to take me to a next level. So I hope your odds were ever in your favor on that gamble.
Yeah, I did have Rice in one league. That was the one that we redrafted. I sent you the picture of that team. That was but my ESPN league team is still pretty stout. We can talk about it off camera. As we do got to talk about some dynasty stuff as well. But yeah, man, I like that. I like your what was it? Yeah, the Trayvon Henderson and Harvey. Yeah, Harvey I am dropping for some people on the waiver wire, just because I need that spot. Harvey hasn't really done it. And he's young and he's got talent, but yeah, the Trayvon Henderson, that's the one I want to, but I'm just too scared to.
Yeah. RJ, I was never high on coming in to the league, just because I knew J.K. Dobbins, even with 1 3/4 of a leg, was still going to be serviceable because of how good he was last year. And Sean Payton's a decent offensive coach. And when you saw RJ Harvey 4th on the depth chart going into the season, obviously they're putting that's kind of a trick there, because they were just doing that just because he's a rookie, so they want the other veterans to feel better, I guess. I don't know, a smokescreen, basically.
Yep.
Is the way to put it. But he still just has not progressed. Like, at least Travion, you can see where they're doing things for him, and he's getting more and more carries. And he's also not behind J.K. Dobbins, behind Ramondre Fumble Stevenson. So you would think, and plus with Gibson out for the year, Trayvon will make that step. And something is not clicking. It's frustrating. Whereas RJ Harvey, I wasn't really in on anyway.
Yeah. I mean, there was just a lot of hype around him. Hasn't shown to fruition. And I feel like in that offense with that coach, it would have by now. I mean, it could have hit late. We'll see. But I'm at this point, I mean, there are promising players that are producing on the waiver wire to grab. And yeah, Ryan, kind of same thing. Might get stuck playing Pacheco. I'm with you. I'm just going to try to have a little bit more hope this week when playing him. And yeah, Jake, it is rough. He does suck. There's no doubt about that. Whenever you don't know what a lateral pass is and the rules and kind of, the standard operating procedure basically of that, and that it's a live ball and you just walk away from it, or you literally grab it and you spike it down as if like, oh man, I missed that pass. Yeah, but it happened twice in one game. I think he's kind of slowly mentally recovering. And the few chunk plays he did, it looked good. He looked like he was running a little bit stronger. So hopefully he just gets out of that funk. I mean, it is a shot in the dark, but sometimes it's the only shot you got, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to recapture the magic I did with Alvin Kamara this rookie year with RJ when I drafted him. I might need to dump him.
Yeah, it's just a different scenario with that. It's just not working out. But I know that we don't have any more punt, pass, and kicks in the comments, but Aiden here, going through his roster.
Yeah.
Drake May, Justin Herbert, and then he's got Gibbs, Chase Brown, Jordan Mason, Rico Dowdle. Wide receivers, JSN Ladd, Ricky Pearsall, Rashid Rice, Travis Hunter, Keon Coleman, Kendrick Bourne, tight end Tucker Kraft.
That's good.
Pleased with 12 man. So yeah, I mean it's fine.
Yeah, that's good. That's good for a 12-man.
If I obviously Drake May, I can't believe I'm saying that, but I would start Drake May going forward over Justin Herbert, just because that offensive line is terrible. It just depends on matchups, but I would start. I would just focus in on Drake May I would slightly lean towards him going forward, but look at your matchups, just because Justin Herbert was great week 1 and then finally kind of showed up this week. But he's been kind of and he can't play the Dolphins every week, man. I'm sorry. He just can't do it. Gibbs, obviously, yes, great. Chase Brown, bad team. But Jordan Mason, Rico Dowdle. I mean, Rico Dowdle is a godsend for the fact of Jordan Mason going down for being on a bye week and just not playing that great. Yep. So you're good with Gibbs and Rico Dowdle. Good. I'm over it. Jordan Mason could be your flex. You're good. JSN spot started all day. Rashid Rice going to pay off for you. And then Kendrick Bourne. Of those guys, like you're okay. Ricky Pearsall, he's a Niner, so he's hurt when he gets out of bed. It's just part of the plan. It has to. He's not part of the team. He's not. And then Tucker Kraft is great. So there you go. Yeah.
And that one, Chase Brown, I would find a replacement for him, either on the waiver wire or really maybe if you can get some trade value.
Yeah.
There might be somebody in your league that is a Chase Brown fan. And if we can just get one good game out of that guy, then he'd have some value, because I'm the same. I've got Chase Brown and Jordan Mason in one of my leagues, and I am so excited to have Jordan Mason back so I can put him in that lineup. But yeah, because Quinshon Judkins didn't do it this week for me.
That's what happens. It's growing pains for rookies, but Quinshon Judkins is playing great for a rookie running back.
Oh yeah, no, he's doing good. That's right. George Pickens picked up the slack in that league, baby. But yeah, man, I'm excited. Yeah, what a weekend, Eric Serrano. Well, why is it not pulling up? There we go. There were a few key injuries, yeah, and we talked about it earlier. So we are at past the 2-hour mark, so we're going to try to land the plane. But definitely like, subscribe, but also jump back earlier. Probably about the 20-30 minute mark is when we switched gears to the injury report. But yeah, and that's definitely going to be affecting who you're going to be looking for. And we're going to find out more news and information as the week goes along. So definitely be paying attention to the waiver wire and be picking up those players that you're going to want to snag up. And yeah, had to pick and peel in the waiver wire this year. Man, it's been rough, but there's been some good ones though. Kendrick Bourne. Oh, thank God that hit. Because
Quinshon Judkins. I mean, Quinshon Johnson.
Oh yeah, QJ baby,
huge.
Man.
Sorry, I got there. A lot of QJ names. I was trying to get there. I got there.
Yeah, some good Qs out there.
Some good Qs. Yeah, he was really good help to James Bond as well. Shout out to Q.
But hey, you know what? I'm going to take that as our Q. We're going to get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah,
let's go. We got some dynasty to talk about. We got some other things to do off camera. But hey, we thank you guys so much for watching us. You guys in the chat, so you guys are the MVP. Eric Serrano, Jake coming in hot as always, man. Ryan Moss, Adion, OG Cash HB. What is going on? There we go. I know Chris the Gift, Taylor, current reigning champion. Maybe we'll get him on screen next week. Elber. Yeah, but good to see you all in the chat. Josh, what do you got for the fine folks at home before we head out?
The fine folks at home, if you didn't see it before the episode, you all get to see it now because we're going to do a replay of it.
Okay.
I'm the juggernaut, bitch!
Yeah, shout out to Cam Scatterbo one last time as a great week.
Dude, those were all different screams. That was not like one sample. No. It was all individual ones. That dude is an absolute madman, and he is the juggernaut, bitch.
Yes. But for the rest of our week, guys, you get to see our faces again Wednesday at 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern. We wrap up everything else in the world of sports with Rev Sports. Wrap it up. We've got a new champion, even though they've won it before in the WNBA. We've got the playoffs going on. So we've got some great baseball going on there, much less everything else in the world of sports, all the scandals and all the other fun stuff that goes on. We try and cover it for you over there. And then the next night you have myself and Justin Toner doing the Ruckus Wrestling, which we wrap up everything that is in the week of wrestling at 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern. So join us over there. And then, guys, again, you get to start face again Monday as we break down, coming back for y'all to give you all the good fantasy goodness that we can at 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern. Like, subscribe, join our Discord. It's free down below. We talk not just about fantasy football, not just about wrestling, not just about other sports, but other things. We're having fun over there. Join us over there. It's free.
Yeah, I love it, man. Hey, we love you guys. Thank you so much. We will catch you all in the next one. And remember, like and subscribe. And we also have a Discord. Let's go. Jump in that. We'll see you.